the win.
Thank you.
What made the difference today here in Montreal?
I just think, the crowd is always amazing. So when you have a crowd in Montreal that's behind you, that pushes you, that brings your energy up when you're feeling down, I think that's a big thing. I think our execution was better. If you look at what happened, first play of the game was the one we drew up, executed well, and Ahmed Hill knocks down the three. And then the last, Ahmed Hill. So, he just bookended that. I thought we executed well on most of our situations. We needed to score more in transition. That was something that was really important, and it was emphasis, and the guys did that today. So, I was happy about that.
And it's your last game today as a coach of the Montreal Alliance. What will you remember of your experience?
Dealing with this environment. I think the organization supported me well, gave me all the tools to succeed, and then the guys were bought in, but it was just putting everything together, and so that started to come, and I believe they're in a good place to go forward. I said yesterday, Thursday, you either win or you learn. I think as a group we learned some things, and today we got to win, so hopefully that will continue.
Thank you.
What happened to Elijah? Did you decide not to?
No, he got a flagrant 2, which makes him out of the game. You know what I mean? So that's why there was some little rough play that happened, and he's got to learn to control his emotions and stuff like that. And I think once he does that, he'll be able to help us down the stretch.
On Thursday, Chris was in foul trouble. Today, only one foul through the first 3 quarters. What was your approach towards him, and how to approach this game specifically specifically the fouls?
Well, I think if you looked at Chris's stats from Thursday, you could see he was really efficient. I think he had 15 points, 9 rebounds, or 7 rebounds, something like that, or 19 in 17 minutes, something like that, right? So the efficiency was huge, but he was in foul trouble. So that's what we talked to him about. Don't go on and get into foul trouble really early. And if you do that, you'll be able to help us all the way down. He ended up with a double-double, so that was huge. The big thing for Chris is, I think he's so confident in his own abilities that he thinks he's got to take a lot of these things one-on-one. And what I'm just trying to get across to him is that sometimes he just needs to move it, right? And when he moves it and gets to the second side, the defense then has to move and adjust, and then the ball will find him again. And if he understands that, I think his last 2 baskets were on that. One was a lob, one was on a post-up, because he moved it and then we found him. So if he trusts in that and doesn't think he has to attack it by himself, the sky's the limit for him. He's a talent.
If I'm not mistaken, Coach, it's the first third quarter that you win since the start of the year. Was there a comment, especially about that coming in strong for the third quarter at halftime?
There wasn't. There was a comment about staying consistent in what we do and believing in what we do. Where we would fall short oftentimes in the third quarter is when we get into ISO ball, right? And so it wasn't about the time in the game, the third quarter specific. It was about trusting each other, right, and move the ball, and let's move from side to side to make the defense move, and we'll have greater opportunities, and that's what we did. And once again, keep running, don't walk the ball up, and that was it.
Excellent. First victory against Brampton, was it something that you had previously looked at, or was it important to?
No, I didn't even think that. I didn't even know that, right? So that was not something on my radar. It was important for us to be better. It was important for us to, my job was to put the team in a position so that when DA gets back, that he can now take it to the next level. And I thought, even if you look back at the Saskatchewan game and the last game here against Edmonton, you could see that the pieces are there. There's talent. We're still missing a point guard who's coming in, right? So there's going to be a little bit of shakeup, but those guys, that was the first time that whole group played together today, and it was at least had some experience. After Thursday game, we practiced Friday. We were able to go through and clean up some spacing issues and execution, and we did it again yesterday, and then I think that's what you saw as a result of that today.
What would be your biggest advice to coaching and management moving forward?
Pardon me, sorry?
What would be your biggest advice to the coaching and management moving forward?
Just to continue to support the athletes like they are. I think this organization is amazing. I think this city is amazing. As long as they provide the support that they're doing, that the athletes are happy. When you have happy athletes, you have athletes that want to play for your coach. You have athletes that want to play for your organization and your city. And I said, as long as they continue doing that, they'll be solid. I think that was the plan going into this season. they decided to bring back the entire coaching staff. That continuity is big, and that probably is the only reason I was able to step in and try to maneuver it to the position where the DA would want it. And so now I think we're going to be okay.